What's up, everybody? Y'all know who it is. It's your boy Pudgy, P Real, Pudgy P, whatever y'all call me, Pudgy Miller. Coming to you live from WMMG KRP Radio Show. Actually home, but representing WMMG and KRP Radio Show, KRPRadioshow.com, Facebook/KRP Radio Show, and on Twitter @KRP Radio Show, @NC Pudgy. That's me. That's where you can find me. I thought I might address you all because today, as I'm sure a lot of you know, that we spent time at one press conference listening, and spent time today actually conducting and being in another press conference today, which was about the marriage amendment here in North Carolina. A lot of people don't, I believe that a lot of people don't really understand the importance of this amendment. I think there are a lot of people out there who don't really know what's going on and think that for some reason whatsoever that we're coming along, people such as myself and some of these other black pastors and, the president of the Frederick Douglass Foundation of North Carolina, which is Kevin Daniels. Much due respect to him, the organizer, one of the main organizers, and he actually led off this event. So much respect to my brother Kevin. But a lot of people believe that we are homophobic. We've been accused of so many different things. We've been accused of hate. Some people say we need to get with the times. But I just thought I would make this video and I would publicly come out in open and in person so folks can understand the political side of this, the important side of this from a citizen standpoint. Taking religion out to the side. And the reason I say taking religion out to the side, let me be really clear, and I'll get this out of the way and I'll be done with it, and you can debate on it, deliberate on it yourself. You can send me emails, krpradioshow@gmail.com. That's the email. Send me thousands of emails, whatever. I'll read them off on the show. I'll do the show every Sunday night at 8 p.m. So you can call me 619-638-8559 is the number. Excuse me. But let me just get this out here, and you have all my contact. So I just want to take this out of the equation so we can get this pushed to the side so I can really talk about what's really going on and what we're really concerned about in North Carolina. First and foremost, I'm a believer of Jesus Christ. That is what it is. There's no bend there. I don't feel like there's any wrong there. That's something that I believe personally for my life. I believe it to be right. Okay. I don't believe it to be hate driven. I think that the religion that I believe in is love driven. And I won't sit here and debate that because according to my belief, my religious beliefs, homosexuality is wrong. It says it distinctly. And that's just what I happen to believe due to my religion. But my religion also teaches forgiveness, and it also teaches love. And I'm a student to my religion. So I believe in all of that. I believe in love at the same time. I also believe in consulting, comforting somebody. I also believe in forgiveness. So these are all the things that I believe in, and I don't believe them to be wrong. So I don't debate them. They're not debatable to me. So when you add the same-sex marriage amendment, which is a law, a current law right now in North Carolina, when you talk about that law and you want to combine that with my religious belief, the two don't go together because the law can be debated. The law was actually once upon a time debated before it actually became a law. All of them. Every single one of them. Even ones that we know is obviously wrong. Thou shalt not kill. I mean, that's a commandment, but we know that's also a moral, a social responsibility that you can't just kill folks. So when it comes to what I believe in my religion and what I believe in my life and my household and how I live, that's not debatable to me. That goes without question. So my religion believes that homosexuality is wrong. That's what I believe. I believe homosexuality is wrong. But my religion also teaches me to love, consult, and forgive. And I also do each one of the above. So I don't go around scorning folks. I don't scorn people who are a certain way, who live their life a certain way, because one person is not better than the other. With all due respect to anybody who believes a certain thing, I'm telling you what my religion means to me and how I feel about it and why it's not debatable. It's not debatable to me on the religion premise. Now, all that to the side for a second. Here's what I really want to talk about. You take North Carolina, some 9 million voters, according to the census, plus. I don't know the exact number. We have 170 officials, 170 representatives that will vote on this amendment for marriage of the same sex. Now, I don't know about you guys, but when you go to the voter booth and you vote for somebody, to me, you vote for the person who clearly defines your lifestyle, who clearly can support, who clearly can deliver the message to the rest of the other officials or the other representatives, and to the state and to the federal government to represent you. Clearly define your neighborhood, your district, your county, your city, the people. This is why we vote. Okay? So when you have a situation like this marriage amendment that's going to come up, that I fully support. I fully support the marriage amendment. And I fully support the marriage amendment because of this. I don't want the federal government, I don't want the local government, I don't want the state government voting for me. If that's the case, we wouldn't have a vote when it comes to the presidential election. We wouldn't have a vote when it comes to the sheriff election, the judges. Listen, I don't need any representative voting for me, telling me how I feel. The last time I checked, we voted for our representatives to represent us, not the other way around. So I get puzzled when I start hearing folks say that, well, this shouldn't even be discussed. This shouldn't be debatable. It's not important. You know, when it comes to same-sex marriage, you guys are just that's just wrong. You should allow it. It's a social issue. It's this. It's you know, it's not right. It hasn't been right from the beginning. There's so many different things that people say, but there's one thing that's not debatable, and it's even been compared to civil rights, the civil rights era of the 50s and the 60s. Let's be right on point. Let me be distinct with that. It's been compared to the civil rights issue of the civil rights era of the 50s and the 60s. And there's no comparison to that. Absolutely no comparison to that. No comparison at all. But I wanted to get out there, you know, mainly so people can understand where I'm coming from with this and why I don't debate my religion premise on that or my religious beliefs based on same-sex marriage. You know, for a man to want to marry a man is completely that citizen's business. But when it comes to changing a law, amending a law or amending something, a statute that is already a law, let's not forget that it's already a law in North Carolina. When it comes to actually changing that, I don't want to leave that up to the representatives. I think the people should have something to say about that. And the only way that people can say and step up and say anything about that is to vote. The people should have the right to vote on it. And if the people don't have the right to vote on it, we have been done wrong. You can bring anything into the argument. You can stand for it. You can stand against it. But at the end of the day, the only thing that I believe is proper and that is right, according to this free state that we live in, to this free society that we live in, called a republic, always called a democracy, but we live in a republic, is to vote on this issue for the people who have to deal and live with this lifestyle that we will see. The people that have to contribute to that. Now, don't get me wrong. I know there's some wrongs about couples who live together for X amount of years, and then when it comes to, you know, medical health benefits, or when it comes to a living will, or when it comes to death and you know, Social Security and this, that, and the other, even some of the tax structures and some of the tax benefits, I understand where folks can get off and say, hey, it's not wrong, it's not right that, you know, we're not allowed as two women or two men living together to be able to receive these benefits for somebody that we held down for so long, that we lived with for so long, that we built a lifestyle with, that we lived, you know, virtually all our adult life with, that we had a relationship with and build a household with. I understand where you can say that that's wrong. I get that. But let's put some clarity in this issue. It's the same way for men and women. It's the same way for men and women. So you got to ask yourself, what's really broke? It's not the same sex issue that's really broke. It's the system that's broke. It's the same system that some of you are allowing, or some of you wish to allow, to vote on the issue of same-sex marriage. I don't understand it. If same-sex marriage is so right, you know, according to a lot of people, if the same-sex issue is so right, why in the world wouldn't you want the citizens to vote for this issue? Why would you put it on the backs of the representatives whom represent the citizens? All I can say is you be the judge, folks. I don't know what to tell you, but I just wanted to put some clarity in some of the language that was out there and some of the conversations that were out there. There's a lot of hate. You know, and virtually it's to be expected. Anytime you go against the grain, you just got to deal with it. Okay, you just got to deal with it. It's the same as a man wearing a dress down the street. A man walking down the street wearing a dress, he's going to get some attention, probably some unwanted attention. Whether he's gay or straight or just trying to make a point, he's going to get some attention. And you got to be ready to deal with that. So for KIRP Radio Show, I'm Pudgy. Every Sunday night, you can catch me on the air, WMMG 500 AM through 1600 AM in Washington and Los Angeles, California. Catch me every Wednesday night on a delayed broadcast. Every Sunday night live at 8 p.m. I'm on the air. This Sunday, we're going to do a tribute to 9/11. I don't care what you believe. I would love for you guys to come on the show. Call in 619-638-8559 is the number. Make sure you call in and let us know how you feel about that. For the folks who really care and the folks you really love. No agenda based. I don't care what you believe happened to the Twin Towers. At the end of the day, a lot of Americans lost their lives. So we're going to pay a tribute to those folks. I hope that you all will call in. Let us know where you were on 9/11, and let's just really talk about it, and let's pay homage to some of the folks who lost their lives on 9/11. For KIRP Radio Show and WMMG, I'm Pudgy. Y'all can catch me, man. Facebook.com/KIRP Radio Show. You can find me on there. Also Twitter, @NC Pudgy. That's me. Make sure you add me, @KIRP Radio Show. And I'm out of here. I'll catch you guys on the next one. One love.